What is up, everyone? We're back with the channel. It's your brother back. So today, what we're gonna talk about today is how some of you some of you are living a normal life. You know, don't live a normal life just because like society tells you to. Like, wish because when you're living like in a normal life, you're not unlocking your fullest potential. You're just locking yourself out like from opportunities that could make you into like a better person because most people like once they get further onto their life, like once they're older, like this no a normal person will just like get to the point where they need, and that is it. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't be don't be that person. You need to keep on growing on, because if there was no point in growing on and you were just stagnant, what's the point of us being here? Because that's what most of normal people do. Like, and that's what normal is. It's just not a lot. Just viewing your reality. Just believing what, just believing what you want. Not giving many thought to what you're doing. You're just living in that drone zone. And that's what so many people they're trapped in this place. Their souls is what not just you're not trapped physically, like you're like chained up, but also it also applies mentally, like because you can be the guard to your own mind. the, you could be like your own prison guard. The same. Okay, I should stop there before I get too deep. So I'm getting back on topics. Don't live a normal life. Put some quality, like I said back in one of my original videos, to like do stuff like that's out of your brain, just getting out of your comfort zone. Because normal people, they just want just to live like in a grade, just in a static gray line. They're almost like they're walking into like a scene where it's all black and white, and we all don't want it. Because if we're walking in a scene where it's all black and white, it's gonna be boring. But if you get out of your comfort zone, you can add color to this to your scene, to your reality. Because we may see all these colors, but some people they will just live live on. Just what I mean by and these colors is just so many of these by these colors is that so much of the meaning that so much of the meaning that we have in our life is gone. We don't put so much meaning into so many of our things. What we need to do is just put a lot of meaning, quality, and walk that painted route. Because if or not walk that flat route where it's all boring. Like if you're in a racetrack where it's excuse me. Like if you're in a racetrack, you're just racing down and it's all flat. There's nothing in the background. The ride's gonna be boring. but if you there, but if you add like a scenery to it, or add like these obstacle courses, or all these things that make the racetrack happen. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be enjoyable. You're not gonna be in that drone zone, in which so many normal people are. Because once you can get out of that normalcy, you'll see what you can really do. It's not just physically, mentally, spiritually, as well. It applies to all three aspects of the Trinity. Excuse me. Most people they would just be fine with the average body they have, and so on with the mind, and basically with religion, because because you don't know that religion is just religions today. They are like what they're out of tune. They're just not really fo- focused on the truth. They're mostly most of them. They're just here to tell you that they're right, and if you don't believe what I they're just there to tell you like I'm right, he's wrong, they're wrong. Yeah, they're just pointing you in the wrong directions. They're just like trying to promote a religion that is doesn't even matter because most some of them they they're just putting people to sleep. But okay, what else was I gonna say? I had just had that thought right now. Okay, let's. I'm gonna continue to see if it'll come back to me. You know, ideally, like the normal life is like just getting a house, living with kids, and that's all. But you don't add quality. There's just get out of that zone and do something that you really love instead of what society wants, like just to get a job and just be all boring. Like you know, do what you love. Don't let other people say that what you're doing is wrong. Don't let, or what you're doing is not right for you. No, do what you love. Whether whatever whatever it is that you like. Of course, just don't fake it. Of course, because then it's gonna it's gonna end up coming back to bite you in the ass. So you know that this is what the theme of the video is. Don't live in normalcy because you know I see that everywhere. So many people are living just a normal life in that drone consciousness. Oh, there we go. I think that's what I was gonna talk about. They're just living in a like in a drone state, like with they're just their life is like just an autopilot, like something else. If they're not creating their own if they're not creating their own reality or themselves, something else is. If you can, excuse me, if you know what I'm talking, if you know what I'm talking about, you know, like so. What I mean, like by drone consciousness, is like you're always just like in a static. Excuse me, sorry. What I mean by is okay. Regain my thought. Okay, what I mean by static emotion is that you're just not feeling your emotions. You're just like blank in emotion, and you know you can't be like that. You gotta be happy. You gotta be you can't judge those that are happy because you know they because you know they're full of energy. You know I see that sometimes or you know people who are someone will just okay I'm getting off that's something else for another day. Okay, you know some people who are like not normal, they're just like out of their comfort zone. Doing they're making wonders happen. They're out there never they're out there just never being stagnant. They just when they reach a point where they want, they just keep on going. They just keep growing and put in, they keep on going in their paths, whatever they want to be. So you know, like in anything, just stop being normal. Just being in that boring line that so many people are in. No, I wasn't planning for this video to be so long, so I'm gonna end it at that. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Just get out of your comfort zone. Get out of the box that you've been placed in, because you know even the places where you're at, they're not what you think. Because school is not what you think it is. Your church is not what you think it is. So, and etc. So on. So many places are not what you think they are. Even this place, man. You were just told that you were supposed to live. You just live your life. Don't question anything, and just die. And that's like a normal. That's a normal person right there. You gotta have. You gotta question everything around you. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna stop right there before I get into. Before I go, some of you. Blah, blah. Before I go, before I go get. Sorry. Before this information goes over some people's heads. So that's pretty much it. Peace, love. I'll see you all next time.